two snapped a photo together. Yerin had an interview with Elle magazine where she referenced MBJ as a hopeful run-in. Shortly after the event, Michael B. Jordan followed Yerin Ha on Instagram. But then fans spotted comments on her post. Fans also noticed that MBJ had liked her post from 2025. Now, of course, social media has immediately gone into full matchmaking mode. Sinners star and the new leading lady of Bridgerton, I mean, that's a power couple that would be off the chart.
People can't stop buzzing about this one. And trust me, she's far from some random face. You probably know her as Sophie Beck from Bridgerton, brought to life by the unstoppable Shonda Rhimes. Season 4 had fans glued to the screen, gushing over her beauty, charisma, and the way she completely owned every scene. But her spotlight didn't start there. Before Bridgerton, she was handpicked by Steven Spielberg's team to star in Halo, sharing the screen with veteran actress Bokeem Woodbine. That's not luck. That's serious Hollywood muscle backing, proving she's been on the radar for a long time. And her roots? Deep. She's not just another Netflix face. This is pure acting royalty. Her grandmother, Sun Suk, is a celebrated legend in South Korean cinema and even served as the country's former Minister of Environment. Talent clearly runs in the family. If you're new, smash that subscribe button. Your support keeps us serving the juiciest gossip daily. Now, here's where things get spicy. Yerin Ha once mentioned Michael B. Jordan in an Elle magazine interview before the Oscars, admitting she was thrilled to meet him and his co-stars. Eyebrows immediately went up. Then came the SAG Awards afterparty, where the two were spotted together, even snapping a photo. But the real heat started once the cameras stopped rolling. Michael B. Jordan, normally pristine on social media, suddenly started scrolling through her posts, liking photos from way back in 2025, and dropping emojis on her TikToks. Fans immediately started connecting the dots. Jordan reportedly liked older posts on Yerin Ha's page, a deep dive you don't do casually. That kind of effort did not go unnoticed. And it didn't stop there. He was also spotted engaging with her TikTok dance clips via Bridgerton fan accounts, making the whole situation look intentional and impossible to ignore. Of course, Yerin Ha isn't the first global star to catch Michael B. Jordan's attention. Back in 2018, tennis superstar Naomi Osaka, with Japanese and Haitian roots, openly confessed to Ellen DeGeneres that Michael was her celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush? Come on, you can make it happen. You're very famous now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he was in Black Panther, but he was the villain.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Do you want me to text him right now?
No.
I will. Seriously, someone get my phone. I'm going to text Michael and I'm going to tell him that he should meet you.
No.
And that moment, it blew up instantly. Michael B. Jordan didn't just sit back. He sent Naomi Osaka a personal video message, leaving her blushing for weeks. Fans couldn't get enough of it. Sure, nothing romantic came out of it, but now everyone's wondering if it was the start of a bigger pattern. And when you really pay attention, it begins to make sense. Over the years, Michael has shown a serious appreciation for Asian culture. From his love of the cuisine to hiring a celebrity Asian chef for a private cooking session at his own home, it's not casual curiosity, it's full-on respect. Oh, and he even took a solo trip to Japan recently, fully immersing himself in the experience.
I took my first solo trip, and I was out in Japan solo. Just kind of went out there and just spent my time. Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the solo trip?
No questions. I ain't had to give no answers. It was actually just kind of chilling, being in my own thoughts. You know what I mean? Kind of just like kind of reflecting a little bit on the last 2 years, which has been like a moving train, man. But it's been full of blessings, a lot of great opportunities, full of grace, and just ready to hit 2026 with hitting the ground running.
Fully diving into the culture and soaking up every moment firsthand, Michael B. Jordan left fans convinced this connection wasn't random. And that's exactly why people are seeing him in a whole new light. But to get the full picture, let's rewind to his early days. Michael wasn't just another student roaming the halls at Arts High School in Newark, New Jersey. His path was already set apart from everyone else. While most teens were wrapped up in social circles, Michael was thinking bigger, landing acting roles as a teenager on The Wire and quietly building something real. He showed up to school with his headshot ready, moving with purpose, zero interest in impressing people the usual way. That focus didn't go unnoticed. It made people stop and stare. He wasn't chasing popularity, wasn't copying anyone, and definitely wasn't following the crowd. Instead, he stayed grounded, respectful, and completely disciplined, keeping his circle tight and his mindset tighter. That kind of dedication stood out, even if most didn't get it at first. He wasn't flashy or loud about his goals, but his ambition spoke volumes on its own. Over time, that difference drew attention, not always the smooth kind. People who didn't understand his grind started labeling him, calling him corny along the way. But Michael didn't flinch. He leaned into it and let his results speak for themselves. As his name began gaining traction beyond school walls, that same focus and discipline transformed into something much bigger. When Michael B. Jordan later got linked to Lori Harvey, people started connecting the dots. Suddenly, it wasn't just some random high school story. It was someone who had been building something real from day one, long before anyone else saw the vision. And here's the kicker. The very traits people once mocked became the foundation of his winning formula. Staying focused, disciplined, and true to himself didn't just work. It propelled him to the level he's at today.
Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. Well, you're not corny anymore.
Honestly, Michael B. Jordan's story hits way deeper than just him. It's a reflection of what so many young men go through. Taking school seriously, showing respect, and carrying yourself with discipline didn't always earn the recognition it deserved. Instead, people would clown that energy, acting like working hard or having manners somehow made you less appealing. That kind of judgment hit confidence hard, especially in dating. If you didn't fit a certain image, speak a certain way, or match the expected social vibe, it could make you feel like an outsider. And that pressure didn't magically disappear after school. It followed many into adulthood, shaping how they navigated relationships and social circles. But for someone like Michael, those early challenges didn't trap him. They sharpened him. He didn't fold under pressure. He stayed solid, and that decision set him apart from the crowd in a major way. Those early struggles didn't hold him back. They pushed Michael B. Jordan to expand his world massively. As new doors opened, he stepped into spaces far beyond what he grew up around, traveling, working in new environments, connecting with completely different kinds of people. His perspective didn't just grow, it leveled up fast. And plenty of men can relate to that kind of shift. Some moved to new cities, some left the country, some took bold paths. Experiencing new cultures changes how you see yourself and what you value in others. Once you start having those broader experiences, especially in dating, your outlook naturally evolves. You meet new women, hear fresh perspectives, and begin to understand connections on a deeper level. That's exactly the lane Michael started stepping into as his life and circle expanded, and people noticed. For a while, he was frequently seen dating women from different backgrounds, and naturally, it became a hot topic. Opinions flew, people tried to decode his preferences, and speculation kept heating up.
Yes, I'm on vacation right now, okay? I'm traveling around. And newsflash, okay? All right? Yeah. There's not a lot of black women in Italy, okay? It's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's not, okay? You know what I'm saying? The milk after that, I like that too. That's pretty good, all right? I like milk, period. Y'all just doing a lot. Y'all gotta chill.
What's the craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
That I don't date black women.
Then everything flipped when Michael B. Jordan stepped into a high-profile romance with Lori Harvey. Instantly, all eyes were glued, and suddenly the conversation changed overnight. People were like, oh, so he does have love for black women. And of course, everyone had an opinion. But just as quickly as the relationship went public, it ended, and Michael slid right back into his zone, laser-focused on himself and his career like nothing even fazed him. Once single again, he didn't skip a beat. No slowdown, no distractions, just pure work and elevation, building his name even bigger with the same disciplined drive he's always had. Meanwhile, the public, they never blinked. And it wasn't long before new rumors started heating up again. This time, the chatter centered on someone outside his usual circle. The name buzzing online, Asian actress Yerin. Timing was everything. Shortly after a major career milestone on March 15th, Michael was reportedly spotted in Malibu at Jeffa, a low-key celebrity hideout where the A-listers go to dodge cameras and paparazzi. That's exactly where he was seen, and once word got out, the speculation went into overdrive. Witnesses said the two didn't act like casual friends. The energy was warm, natural, and buzzing. Michael was all smiles, she looked stunning, and the chemistry? Instant sparks. Moments like this always ignite bigger conversations, and this one was no different. Suddenly, the focus was back on a recurring topic around successful, driven men, especially in black communities. Why do some of them end up dating outside it? Opinions flew, perspectives clashed, and everyone tried to analyze it their way. What started as one dinner sighting quickly exploded into a full-blown debate. Shout out to brother Mark Cruz for sharing a perspective that's getting serious reactions.
Especially at the gym, they'll smile at you, say hello to you, how you doing, how's it going? A black woman, she ain't saying shit. She walk around with the look like she lost her EBT card. They got this demeanor on their look like, when I'm gonna get these bills paid, or when I'm gonna get this college student debt loan paid off. Just a lot of things, they're just not.
He pointed out that some black women can seem less approachable than people expect. But hold up, it's not nearly that simple. There are layers here, and everyone sees it through a different lens. Some argue that confidence and high standards get totally misread. What looks like distance or disinterest could just be someone knowing their worth and refusing to settle. Others push back, saying approachability isn't even the real issue. It's about communication styles, timing, and how people present themselves. Either way, the debate keeps heating up, and moments like this crank the volume even higher. It quickly grows into a bigger conversation about perception versus reality, and how fast people jump to conclusions without truly understanding each other. Add in modern dating, social media, lifestyle expectations, and past experiences, and suddenly things feel way more complicated. Statements like this spark intense debates because everyone brings their own experiences, and nobody sees it the same way. Then another layer pops up. Some claim Asian women seem more open in social settings, more willing to engage, and easier to approach. But again, it's not that simple. One person's open could just be a different communication style or a cultural social norm. It's never as simple as one group being one way and another different. The bigger picture. It comes down to individual personalities, environment, and how two people click in the moment. Still, these comparisons keep surfacing and subtly shape how people view dating. For some men, it even encourages exploring connections outside their usual circles, especially if they feel received differently. But that doesn't mean one option is better than the other. It just shows how perception and experience shape choices over time. Once those patterns take root, they influence who people spend time with and how they navigate the dating world. That's when things really start to shift. This guy, thoughtful, sharp, and well-spoken. And he didn't beat around the bush. He said it straight up.
Understand. I mean, I was never one of those people who was like, man, black girls just don't like me. Like, I knew that there were black women that liked me, but my thought process was like, black women don't like me the way that I like them. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of like me. They don't like me the way that I like them. Which, I don't know.
There are black women who like him, and he genuinely loves black women too. But then he got real about the part nobody talks about enough. He explained that the women he's truly interested in don't always match that same energy, and that mismatch brings serious frustration, especially when your intentions are genuine but the feelings just aren't lining up the way you hoped. Then he added another layer. When he connects with women from other backgrounds, the energy feels different, more mutual, more natural, conversations flow easier, interest feels balanced, and the overall vibe just clicks in a way that stands out. Experiences like that can really shape how someone sees dating over time, especially when the pattern repeats. Now, look back at Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Their situation had everyone analyzing every detail from the outside. It seemed like Michael might have been ready for something deeper, maybe even a long-term commitment, while Lori was in a completely different phase of her life. When those timelines don't match, even strong connections can fall apart. It doesn't always mean anything went wrong. Sometimes it's just two people wanting different things.
In the sexiest man alive, find love.
It's very lonely. Finding the right person to understand, all of me, but then all that comes with me as well. Bringing them into my world, what I got going on, isn't easy. It's not just, I love you, you love me, that should be enough, right? It's not quite that.
So, what does all of this really tell us? It screams one thing. Yeah, there was interest, but the energy wasn't exactly matching. One person might be all in, heart on fire, while the other is still figuring out the map. It boils down to timing, priorities, and what each person genuinely wants from the situation. Two people can vibe perfectly and still miss the alignment where it counts most. Picture this: you're a focused, driven, successful man with zero patience for nonsense, but the person you're drawn to doesn't feel the same way. That's when things get messy fast, because attraction doesn't check your resume. Here's where it gets even more real. People are noticing that nowadays, a lot of black men aren't automatically staying inside the same community dating lane. The logic feels obvious. Just sharing a culture doesn't guarantee chemistry or mutual interest. And for men with options, their dating mindset naturally opens up. That shift in thinking keeps the gossip bubbling, turning the chase into a search for genuine alignment instead of staying in a prescribed lane. Take Michael B. Jordan. His environment is a massive factor. Hollywood, Malibu, top-level circles, constant exposure to diverse backgrounds. It all normalizes connecting outside the box. Flexibility becomes second nature, and that opens doors to more personal possibilities. So, when the Harvey chapter didn't align, it didn't trap him. If the energy isn't matched, he moves on and finds someone who fits where he's at. That's life for many successful men navigating new circles constantly. And let's be crystal clear, a lot of black men love black women. The respect, interest, and connection are real. But alignment, that's another beast. And that's why these debates get so heated. On a daily level, nuance rules. Success alone doesn't lock in connection. Being accomplished only opens the door. What matters is how two people communicate, relate, and understand each other's worlds. Some women, especially unfamiliar with men driven like this, may take time to sink. That's not a flaw, it's just perspective. Even when both are successful, it doesn't guarantee compatibility. That's the hidden reason things quietly unravel sometimes. Look at Michael and Lori. The outside looked perfect: status, attraction, visibility. Inside, alignment had to exist for it to last. If energy, effort, or vision doesn't match, people naturally diverge. Often, it's not dramatic, just a quiet realization. Bottom line, if someone isn't truly appreciating your value, another will. That's progress, not drama. So, did Harvey fumble? That's the clickbait question everyone loves. Reality, it's not that simple. Maybe yes, maybe no. Timing, priorities, paths, they all differ. She's young, building her life, options everywhere. That context gets lost in judgment. What's fueling the chatter is pattern recognition. Focused, disciplined men don't always scream excitement. Predictability can be misread. When someone values that steady energy from a different background, suddenly everyone notices. Let's be real, builders, planners, goal-oriented men, they aren't flashy or spontaneous. Routine is tight, energy goes to long-term gains. That calm consistency can feel boring in a world chasing thrill, but depth is there. Differences in expectations emerge, alignment or drift. One might value steadiness, another craves daily emotional sparks. People label Michael and Lori's story as win or loss, but relationships aren't scoreboards. Alignment, timing, shared life goals, that's the real deal. Being with a man like that takes sacrifice. Full stop. Time, energy, attention, they are tied to bigger missions. Some women, especially those not used to men chasing big goals, can find it frustrating. Adjusting to disciplined routines isn't easy. But some women get it. They've seen it before, respect the grind, and sync with the vision. Awareness smooths the path and removes tension. Growth naturally opens more options. Choices reflect not just attraction, but alignment too. Success opens doors, and over time, those doors expand for the committed, focused man. These men keep building, stacking wins, creating stability. When they finally reach their peak, they seek someone who genuinely gets it, respects the grind, and connects on that level. That's why the energy feels right with certain women. It's balance, understanding, and alignment. Looking at Michael and Lori, debate all you want, but at one point, opportunity was real. If it didn't last, that's life. It doesn't erase past appreciation. Sometimes a new connection just fits better. Harsh truth, but it happens constantly. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your take? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next wave of tea.